Architecture is the art and science of designing buildings and other physical structures. However, it is not just that. Architects add art, creativity, and beauty to our daily lives in ways we don't expect.
I'm architect Eden de Abanico. I'm 43 years old. I've been an architect for the last 20 or 25 years. Bakit ako nag-architecture? Because during my elementary days, inclined na ako sa sketches, sa pagdodrawing. But I really wanted to become a pilot. But then, since we couldn't afford it, and then during high school too, I had practical arts for my classes and home economics. So I noticed, I realized that I was really into arts, into crafts. So I said, what could be a better course for me in college? So I thought of fine arts, but then I said, I want something that I will have a license.
Okay.
So the next best thing is architecture.
Ano po yung mga na-design nyo?
Okay. I worked abroad. I just came recently, and my husband is a foreigner. So we have an office in Ethiopia, and he's working for the Ministry of Health. So lahat ng ina-outsource na designs ginagawa namin. So it's mostly hospital, general hospitals, and community hospitals, community clinics.
For you, how do you consider architecture as an art? Ano pong inspiration sa paggawa?
Okay. Architecture is an art. Sa akin, nagiging maganda yung architecture pag na-fulfill niya yung requirements niya. Halimbawa, ang architecture ba nakakapagbigay ng nakakapag-uplift ng spirit dahil sa height ng room? Tulad ng corridor nito, malawak. I don't feel congested within this corridor. But in other places, they are too narrow and the height is too low that you feel that you are drained already of your energy by passing through that space. So architecture for me is it's a beautiful space pag na-fulfill niya yung requirements niya. Even just the basic requirements.
So, ano po yung inspiration?
Inspiration. In architecture?
Yes po, sa paggawa.
I think I'm inspired to come up with a good design when I know how people would react to a particular space. Yeah. So that's my inspiration. I want people to feel comfortable in a space. I want people to feel healthier within the space. So that's what inspires me.
So, gaano po katagal ginagawa
Ang alin?
yung mga designs?
Okay. Minsan kasi, halimbawa, tulad ng isang general hospital doon, inabot kami ng 1 or 1.5 years just to design. So, depende kung ang design naman ay community clinic na halimbawa 24 square meters, mabilis lang siyang gawin. Pero pag kasing laki ng requirements for a general hospital na lahat na ng klase ng spaces nandun, medyo matagal talaga.
Yung 1.5 years po na yun, draft lang po yung ginawa nito.
No, from conceptualization, site analysis, tapos yung hindi pa siya final design, subject for client presentation.
What is your technique or style in designing?
I prefer a design which is straightforward. I don't want any embellishments with the design. I want it to be simple. Tapos pagka nakuha mo na yung lahat ng spaces, dun ka na pwedeng mag-articulate ng form, mag-articulate ng interiors. Ang significance ng measurement. Pag alam mo yung measurement, halimbawa, human body, sa architecture, binabasihan natin yung design ng spaces base sa human body measurements. Pag na-achieve mo yun, at tama yung design, tama yung measurements mo, ibig sabihin magiging efficient yung galaw ng tao at magiging mas productive yung tao. So that's how important the measurements are.
So, next po, what are the importance and meaning of lines, textures, and shapes with drawing?
Okay. From a point, we have a line which gives direction. And then from that line, you create a plane. And then from the plane, you create a volume. So from one element to the next element, it becomes something bigger. From one element, it becomes much more meaningful. Texture has different qualities. It gives different qualities to a space. Texture can either absorb or reflect light. Diba? The same with sound. Texture then, it can create a different atmosphere for a space. It can either make the space larger or smaller. So that's how significant these elements are. Yeah, yun. Public infrastructure, yun yung mga hospitals. How important is my art? Well, I consider my architecture as my art. I as much as possible, I want the architecture to be remembered by those who are viewing it. Not just because of the form that we create, but basically of what the architecture can possibly mean for them. Meaning to say, natulungan ba ako nitong architecture na to? Was it able to help my father? Ganon dapat yung ang art should not just be something visual, but something deeper. Yeah.
Thank you po.
For you, what is the value of this project?
Even though my work might be minimal, I think that I have given a lot to the society, and I think I can live with some clinics that we have designed. So that's it. Okay, what advice? Well, architecture is both fun and excruciating. Masyadong mahirap. It takes so much of your energy and your time. So for those who want to become architects, have fun while learning. At the same time, take the pain. Because before you become a good architect, you really have to experience all these pains.
Thank you po.
Thank you.
Architectural works are scattered across the globe. We can see it in every places we visit. As we interviewed architect Eden Gay Diabanico, we have realized that there are still things we haven't understand about architecture. It is an art that both satisfies our eyes and at the same time ensures our safety and comfortability. We realize that architecture is very significant to us as an individual and as a community. It has been providing our needs, such as houses providing us shelters, hospitals providing us healthcare, and roads providing us transportations. With the things architecture has given us, we couldn't fathom a world without architecture. Architecture has come a long way, from caves to bridges to enormous infrastructures. It is a part of our daily lives. Elements like line, shape, color, and texture do not exist in isolation on a building. They are combined to make formal compositions in an architectural design, creating pattern, rhythm, symmetry, balance, contrast, proportion, theme, and unity.